Hey guys, and welcome to another Spotlight Photographics tutorial video brought to you by Photo Solutions Market. We are going to be talking today about a subject that we get a lot of phone calls about, and it is converting some of our templates that we have designed specifically for print over to be used for banners. And really this method can be used to turn these into any type of template. And we're going to be talking about Colorado Timberline today. Because they offer all of the different styles of template products that you need to put graphics on, and you can actually use a lot of our templates and make them into another format. We already had a video with adjustments of ratios, which is kind of the same thing, but I'm going to take it a little bit further with this video and show you how to specifically take a panoramic template and convert it over to a banner template. Now, right here we're going to start and use the equalizer panoramic template. All of our panoramic templates were built in the primary purpose of them being for print and not for banners, so they are going to be true to their ratios. For example, this is a 1:3 ratio template, and the banners, if you go over to Colorado Timberline and you work with anything that uses full bleed, it's a little different than when you actually are doing print. So some of the canvas ratios are going to be a little bit different, even though your final subject may be the right ratio. So for example, we're going to go down here to a 2 foot by 6 foot banner, which is a 1:3 ratio banner. And we're going to go ahead and go into that and look at what they require to be in file size. So if we look in here, it shows that our final product size is a 2 foot by 6 foot. And most places that you go that do banners are going to require a full bleed. Some don't. If they don't, you can just send it the way it is. You don't have to worry about doing all of this adjusting that we're talking about. However, if you are needing to put a full bleed onto one of these templates, that's what we're showing you now. So if you look here, we have a full bleed of 26 by 74 inches. That's not a 1:3 ratio. It's a little bit different. It's also at 72 dpi, which is a little bit different than the dpi that is on our panoramic right now. Our panoramic is a higher dpi, so we're going to be doing a couple of adjusting methods here, and there's a couple different things that you can do to make that happen. The other thing we want to make sure that we're aware of is our safe zone on this banner, which is a 21 by 69. So the first thing we need to do is build a canvas on our full bleed size, so 26 by 74 inches at 72 dpi. So we're going to go into our Photoshop and we're going to call this equalizer Panoramic Banner. And our width, go back to look, our width was 74 inches and our height is 26 inches. So 74 and 26 at 72 dpi. I know that's going to sound funny. Sounds like a very low DPI, but when you get up into these large printing formats, they don't need something that's that big. And in fact, if we would have created these templates at this size by inches at 300 DPI, this template would have been over 3 gigs in size, just this one template. So it's the same thing when it goes to these printers. They don't need a huge file size to choke their machines. So that's why they go down to 72 dpi, and there's other reasons behind that which I'm not going to get into, but it's a lot of technical things. So right now we're building our canvas 74 by 26 at 72 dpi, and there we go. Now the next thing that I always do is I build the safe zone. Now you could always come in here and do your, find out where the safe zone lines are, pull your guides and everything, but I have a quicker way. So we're going to go into Colorado again, and our safe zone is 69 by 21. So I'm actually going to build another canvas to that 69 by 21 at 72 dpi. And I'm not going to worry about naming this one because I'm not going to be using it any farther. So I'm going to grab this and I'm just going to drag and drop that. And before I drop it, I'm going to hold down the shift key because that's going to put it right in the middle. Now you can't see it right now because they're both white. But while I'm on that layer that I just dropped in, if I hit Control I, it's going to invert it. Now it's black. So now I can quickly just grab my guides and pop them down over these spots. And that's my safe zone. And I'm just going to go ahead and delete that layer. And if you want to get real technical about it, you could always come in here and do the inches. You can change this one over to the 4 foot by, or the 2 foot by 6 foot. So we can come in here and say 24 by 72, and we can drag this one in. Doing the same thing, holding shift down when I drug it in and dropped it, hit Control I, and now we can drag down the next set of guides. And this is going to show us pretty much close to what the actual edge of the image is going to be. So the black area that's in there now is going to be your panoramic banner. The white that you see right now, that's probably not going to make it on the actual banner itself. That's their full bleed that allows them to have any shifting when it comes to printing it and also folding it. So you definitely don't want anything in this white area. You don't want anything really important in the area right here in between these two zones. So everything that's right here in the middle, that's going to be our sweet spot. That's our safe area. But now we have our template built to start building our panoramic banner. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the equalizer template, and I'm going to grab everything. I'm going to select the bottom layer here, come all the way up to the top, and I've grabbed every single layer there. Now I'm going to click in the middle, hold down and drag, and again holding shift before I drop it right in the middle of this. Now you can see it came in a little bit bigger, so we're just going to shrink it down, but I'm only going to shrink down till it fits in. I'm not going to shrink it past that, even though you can see there's some stuff coming off the edges here. And then I'm going to apply that. Now all I'm going to do is go ahead and grab my subjects. Now this is if you have already designed it. You may have to do some of this tweaking to fit it in. I'm just going to bring my subjects in. So I need to grab both their layers. Go ahead and shrink them into that safe zone, because I don't want their heads above that line, so I'm just going to shrink them in, center them up, and apply that. And then you can see I've got the words and everything at the bottom too low, so I'm going to grab everything at the bottom and I'm just going to bring that up. And I have that above the under the players, so I'm just going to bring that above the players. There we go. That's how you take a panoramic template, and now it's formatted to fit the banners at Colorado Timberline, or really any other place that does a full bleed. That's how you can create that. Now there's another way that you can do this. If you want to, you can actually do the adjustment ratio, like if you want to look at the other tutorial, an adjustment ratio tutorial, where you can actually do it on the existing template. But I like actually doing it this way, because I'm sure I know where my safe zones are now, and then I will just save this template as the 2 foot by 6 foot banner template for Colorado, or for any other place that you're using. So this way it's good to go. Now all I have to do at this point is save it out as a JPEG, upload it to them, and they're ready to print. So this is how to make a new template with the safe zones from Colorado Timberline. If you have any questions or comments, you can always give me a call. My number at the office is 904-398-4355, or you can always send me an email by clicking on the Help tab at the top of our website on photosolutionsmarket.com and send me an email. Again, my name is Shaun, and thank you again for stopping by for another Spotlight tutorial brought to you by Photo Solutions Market. Thanks very much. Have a great day.